Thank you, everybody, for joining us back here at Ventripoint's channel. We're, of course, sitting here once again with Chief Executive Officer Dr. George Adams. And George, it's been a very fast year, 2022. We're almost wrapped up with the third quarter so far. So wanted to have a little touch base and ask you what's been going on several fronts. So first and foremost, how are you holding up and what have you guys been up to?
Oh, it's been great. Things are accelerating for us, which is good. I mean, the first half of the year was still pretty slow because of COVID, but now that seems to have calmed down. So, and we've gone from doing virtual conferences at the first and second quarter to doing live demos and exhibits and conferences. So we've been to 2 or 3 conferences in the last month and a half, and great, absolutely fantastic responses from people. So this whole seems to be a breakthrough now that people are allowed back out and actually get together as cardiologists to cardiologists. They're looking for the next great thing. And so it's been very, very busy for us.
Yeah, fair enough. I would definitely say while virtual conferences have their benefits, in person and really getting to see and put your hands or see things in action definitely helps significantly more in making any sort of decisions for things. So do you have any highlights from the conferences? Anything you want to share?
Well, we're getting lots of really high quality leads, so people leave their name and phone number and say, I want more information. And our direct sales team and our distributors are following up with all those people. They're super busy because we have hundreds of those leads now. I think what's surprising to me is the rate at which those leads are turning into qualified leads, meaning they have money and they really do have interest. So when you call them up, they actually answer the phone and say, yes, I really am interested. And yes, I have money. And how can I get a live demo done or a virtual demo done for all my colleagues here at the hospital? And say, we're happy to come around and do cardiac rounds for you, get everybody in one place. So we're scheduling those and we go, and they're, again, because the machine is so portable now, we can just go there and set it up and even do a live demo right on the spot. And that's turning into, again, converting those qualified leads into into requests for quotes and a commitment from the cardiology department to go through their hospital process to generate a purchase order. So we now have a dozen or more quotes out, and they're working on turning those into purchase orders. So that's where we're at. We don't have yet hard enough data to say how quickly or how many of those quotes turn into actual purchase order. We've been amazed. We had one customer go through that entire process of first contact to generating a purchase order in 8 weeks. So that's compared to the last 3 years where we're looking at 12 to 18 months of cycle. And, the first 9 months of that is just going from a lead to a qualified lead to getting in the door. To go from first contact to a purchase order in 8 weeks is unheard of. So
yeah, George, it sounds
we have a bunch of quotes out, and we're hopeful. But so we put out, because of the COVID situation at the beginning of the year, we changed our target down to having 40 to 45 users at the end of the year, and we are pretty confident that we will hit that target with the number of contacts we have with customers and their assurances to us that they will convert to a purchase order.
Perfect, George. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of those seeds are finally starting to sprout a little bit. And I'm curious, you had also mentioned that you guys' sales team and distribution. You have any updates on that side of the business right now?
Right. Yes. So our UK distributor is taking a little while to get going, but he's finally getting out there and doing his job. European distributor has been great. They've been following up, and so they were the people who helped us nail down that the first order in Germany. And we haven't had him, we've been trying to get a distributor in the US. We tried to get a major national distributor, just a one-stop shopping, and that they decided that they didn't have enough bandwidth within their organization to do that. I mean, so we've now gone to regional distributors. So we have 10 regional distributors who are interested in representing the product. We have a couple who are most of the way through agreeing to the distribution agreement and signing on. We have one who's already started doing sales calls. And you need a lot of people to cover the United States. I mean, there are 3,500 hospitals and 15,000 imaging centers in the United States. So it takes a lot of people feet on the street to get out there and build that awareness. So we're very happy that we got 10 distributors. We got them all. That would cover the whole of the United States with our own distribution channels. And of course, when as we build that out, we'll be able to build up the awareness, and things should accelerate. So that seems to be playing out well for now.
Okay. Yeah. It sounds like so far the year's going well. Q3 is wrapping up here. Talk to me about what you guys think can come for the rest of the year, like your guys' sales cycle and some of the demos you guys have been doing.
Well, I mean, an interesting story from the conference in Rome last week was, we went to the conference. It was a symposium, an educational symposium. And when we got there to do the live demo, they told us that manufacturers weren't allowed to do the demo with it. It had to be somebody else. Okay. And so they brought us a cardiologist who nice guy, but didn't know anything about our system. And we had 15 minutes to train him to do the demo, live demo. You can imagine, right? Yeah. And he was game. So he's a good guy. So we trained him. He went up there. He did a fantastic presentation, did the live demo, got all the right answers. And then when he came back, he said, okay, I want one. Wow. Just like that. So we're working with him in his hospital now to get him one. I think it was fantastic because he did tell the audience there, I haven't touched this thing. This is my first thing. But he did it perfectly. So, and that's one of our sales pitches that we do to everybody this is not a 3D ultrasound machine, which takes 6 months to figure out how to make it work and get good images and analyze them. I mean, this is, very intuitive, and you can learn to do it in very shortly. I mean, obviously he would take it would take a few hours for him to get to the point where he could be sure to do more complicated cases and, have more facility with it. But the fact that he, in 15 minutes, he could do it, get the technique well enough to demo it to all his fellow cardiologists in a live session was so reinforcing to everybody in the room. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it really sounds like you kind of got thrown into a trial by fire there and came out on top. That's usually what you want to happen. Sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was another major distributor there who I won't name, the manufacturer there who I won't name, who had the same problem. They were told slightly before their live demo that they couldn't do it. They had to have someone else do it. They're obviously a more conventional analytics group, and they couldn't do it. The guy got up and couldn't do it. So, whoops. Again, that made us look even better because we were able to rise to that occasion. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, George, yeah, it sounds like a lot has happened so far, and it sounds like there's going to be a lot of exciting things coming up for the rest of the year and into 2023. But thank you for coming on and sharing the updates. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Let us know your questions below. George, anything else you want to add before we go today?
No, I think we are finally getting some really good traction, and I thank everybody for their patience. We still have lots of cash in the bank, so that's a good thing because the markets are in a bit of a turmoil right now, and I'm glad that I'm just focused on sales and marketing and getting the machine out the door and not having to worry about money. So thank you for the support and the patience.
Well said, George. Thank you for coming on, sharing your insight. Please have a wonderful day.